What if the dollar didn't collapse, but simply stopped being useful? Because global currencies don't fail overnight. They fade when they're no longer needed. The dollar isn't dominant because of patriotism or even politics. It dominates because it solves three problems better than anything else: settlement, liquidity, and trust. Global trade needs a unit everyone accepts. Financial markets need depth, and institutions need predictability. Right now, the dollar does all three. But here's what most people miss. Most global transactions don't even touch the United States. They move through offshore dollar markets, what economists call the euro-dollar system. Countries hold dollar reserves not as a preference, but as a necessity, because the system itself is built around access to dollars. So the real question isn't, what if countries reject the dollar? It's, what if they slowly stop needing it? Bilateral trade in local currencies, energy deals outside the dollar system, digital payment networks bypassing traditional rails. None of this breaks the system instantly, but it reduces dependence. And once dependence declines, demand becomes optional. Less demand for dollar reserves means less need to hold US debt, and that quietly raises the cost of financing everything. This wouldn't look like a crash. It would look like friction, higher yields, tighter liquidity, more volatility. Not collapse, erosion. And there's another layer to this, one that rarely gets discussed. The dollar doesn't just support the economy, it underwrites military power. The United States can sustain a global military presence, not just because of its size, but because it can finance that presence at scale. When global demand for dollar assets is high, borrowing stays cheap, and that enables persistent spending across bases, fleets, and long-distance operations. But if that demand weakens, financing becomes more expensive. Not impossible, but constrained. And military power isn't just about strength. It's about how long you can sustain it. Because this was never just a currency system. It's a system of economic and geopolitical power. And reserve currencies don't disappear. They get replaced when something else does the job better.